So I always want to travel to somewhere new, somewhere different, but I'm struggling to decide where I want to go. There's probably 10 different places that I want to go around the world right now. I don't have unlimited funds to pay for it. So what I thought I would do is let fate, digital fate, decide where I travel to next. I've got a week to travel wherever I end up, and a certain amount of money to get me there and to stay there and explore wherever I end up. So what I thought I would do is I have a Mac, and when I turn on the screen, the screensaver rotates between different images. So what I thought I would do is let Apple decide where I travel to next. So what I'm going to do is turn on my big computer screen and then see if I can figure out where this picture was taken, and then that's where we will fly to. So let's turn on the computer screen and see where we have to travel to. So I'm going to turn on the screen now. So on the screen you can see some kind of tiled building, possibly a mosque, some towers or turrets, and what looks like a dome in the background. So I'm going to go on to Google and see if I can find what this might be. So we want to type in tiled building with dome and tiled turrets. Go to images, see, doesn't look like any of these. These seem to be in Italy, Germany. Let's type in multicolored tiled building with domes. So potentially this one. Where's this? Birmingham, Alabama. I don't think that's where it is. Could it be this? Shiraz. No, the tiles are the wrong style and colour. Let's go back to the image. So green dome, square building. There's nothing coming up here. Let's try a different approach. Let's go for... So I think this reminds me of something that could have been on the Silk Road. So let's try and narrow it down that way. Silk Road building with blue tiled dome. So potentially this is it. That's the tower. Yep, that's definitely the tower here. So where is this? According to BBC Travel, this is Samarkand. Samarkand, Uzbekistan. Yep, that's definitely it. That's the picture. Samarkand's eternal city. Uzbekistan finally banned slave labour in March 2022. Okay, well, I guess I had better get my flights sorted from Manchester to Samarkand. Something tells me I'll probably be flying with Turkish Airlines via Istanbul. But I will then see you in a couple of days' time when I'm on my way to the airport, and I'll talk you through the journey from Manchester to Samarkand, which is where Apple have decided I'm travelling to next. So I'll see you on the way to Samarkand. So finally made it to Uzbekistan, to Samarkand on the ancient Silk Road. After 2 flights, 4.5 hours in Istanbul airport, an hour waiting to get through security at Manchester airport, an hour waiting to get through immigration at Samarkand airport, but I'm here. I'm in the Mövenpick 5-star hotel in Samarkand for 2 nights, and then I'll decide where I'm going next in 2 days' time. There seem to be a lot of avenues in Samarkand, wide boulevards, grassy areas, planted areas, statues. When I arrived in the dark from the airport, it just seemed like one big busy road. I mean, there is a big busy road, it's here, but there's probably more to this city than I saw in the 20 odd minutes it was taking to drive here from the airport. So I'm looking forward to seeing what there is in Samarkand. So who's this guy? Is it Amir Temir? His name seems to be everywhere. Street signs, bus stops, shops. Doesn't actually say anywhere who this guy is. I think we should assume he is Amir Temir, who was... I mean, I've not had sleep for 24-ish hours, but I think he was the king of this region, or the emir, back in the day, back in ancient times, medieval times. And he's, as I said, his name is everywhere in Samarkand. So I wonder if this was the base of his royal house. He's wearing clogs. those famous Uzbek clogs. But over there I think I can see the Registan Square. So let's head that way and see what we can find. I'm not quite sure where the square starts and where the square ends. And there's lots of old buildings. Like this one. I don't know anything about any of them. Should probably have done some research, shouldn't I? But there are a lot of coaches parked up already, which is not a good sign. The doors open apparently at 8. It's just gone 8. There are 7 or 8 coaches parked up over behind me, and there was a Chinese, well, the coach had Chinese writing on it at my hotel, so there might be Chinese coach parties. You do need a ticket for some of Registan Square, but you don't need a ticket to actually go into the centre of the square. I think it would just be useful if I knew where the centre of the square was. This just looks like abandoned buildings. And there are security scanners here. So it turns out I'm about a mile away from the Registan Square. I walked in completely the wrong direction, even using Google Maps, which is impressive. But there are lots of open, grassy, landy, parky areas across the city, all surrounded by really noisy, busy roads. We'll come back up this way before heading back to the hotel later, because there's a couple of mausoleums and mosques up here. But I want to get to Registan now, because now is the best time to be photographing it, in early morning. So I think I might have found Registan Square finally, on the left here, behind these trees. So these blue towers that you can see, well, you can't see, the camera won't zoom in enough just yet, but the blue towers and the blue dome that seem very familiar from that photo, the photo that brought us here to Samarkand. So I think we're in the right place. I just need to figure out how to get in and see if we can get the exact location where that photo was taken. I also need to find out where I can buy a ticket. 3 babushkas walking on the morning constitutional here in Samarkand. So there's an open gate here, but I don't know if it should be open because the rest of them are locked. So this is Registan Square. It was an important trading city town on the ancient Silk Road, built by the medieval Uzbeks and the Iranian or the Persians. It's 3 madrasas surrounded by... Oh, why am I being approached by a policeman? So I have just been escorted out of the Registan Square by a policeman, and he told me to use the other entrance and pay the fee like everybody should. But people are just walking in the back entrance, not paying anything. So maybe locals get treated differently to tourists, probably. But he was not happy, and he made me put the camera away as well. He said no filming in public areas in Uzbekistan, which I think is nonsense, but I'll go and pay the fee, 100,000 some apparently, which is about $7 I think, and then see if we can get back inside the legal way.
Samarkand, Samarkand, eski yol, yangi zaman. Samarkand, Samarkand, hiç kaçon unutulmam.
Handen Türk var zondas at dawn. Market waves system and song. Kabin karu, shangi yol vestida. Lahor hiri joy kanayanda.
Чile, шаги по плитам, цели правители. Шепот молитв, Registan Samarkand встиду. Стой, сидит молendo. Samarkand, разлови сам, beni ses ki var madrasada şamlayon Dios kozlede orzuyor Sled karavana Brutko and Gorchi Zapas Safrana English toes and Uzbek prayers Max like colors in the air Samarkand Uzbekistan Still running, we still run Dokşonlarda kulgan xantim Pastu bağlan yurak bir zor Samarkand Korna de borsen ne malar ne kordin Kings can crash and still you're standing
So this is the courtyard of one of the 3 madrasas that makes up the Registan Square. The Registan was built, as I was saying before, the security guard rudely interrupted. It was built by the medieval Uzbeks and then the Persian Empire, who had occupied this part of Central Asia, and these would have all been places where people stayed and classrooms, an ancient medieval school. At each side of this central dome are museum exhibits. But I think I found where the photo was taken, the photo that brought us here to Samarkand. But I'll show you that in a second. It's back out towards the central square. The square was used by the royals here to proclaim things to the population of Samarkand, and also for public executions for hundreds of years. So there's not really any information on what any of these exhibits are. They're just in glass cases. It's just a dark room. So if we head under this archway, I think this is where the photo was taken. So these look like the doors. If I bring up the photo on my phone and we can compare it. So that is the picture that brought us here. The gold box square on top of the building, it's definitely that madrasa. That's the angle. Yeah, I think we found it. So we found the image that brought us here to Samarkand. We're not going to stop exploring Samarkand just because we found where the image was taken, but we have found the the point that started this journey to Uzbekistan. Well, let's carry on and explore more Registan. It cost 100,000 some to get in. The ticket office was closed, so we had to pay the security guard. Now, I don't know if that was a bribe or whether that's the way to do it when the ticket office is closed, but the security guards got 100,000 some off me. So it's starting to rain here in Samarkand. It's forecast heavy rain a bit later today. There's 3 madrasas here in Registan Square. One of them seems to be undergoing some maintenance. One of them is a total wreck, and the other one seems to just be a big shop. Look, they're flogging tourist crap. Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting. This is a little bit disappointing. It doesn't help that you've got the busiest road in Samarkand running literally right next to this place. But let's go into the final madrasa and have a see what this is like inside. So this is the oldest one, the Ulugbek Madrasa. Well, one thing is clear, the architects and the designers definitely like blue and green. There's blue and green tiles on everything. And then you've got tat shops. So I've had enough of Registan Square now. You probably see it all in half an hour. I've been here for about half an hour ish. No, an hour and a half. There's a couple more places that I want to see in Samarkand, around this area. You definitely can't see everything in Samarkand in the 2 days I've got here, but we're going to try and fit in as much as we can. So we're going to go to the Bibi Kanim Mosque, which is about 5-minute walk from Registan, and then to the Shah-e-Zinda necropolis, which is probably another 5-10 minutes walk from that, and see what else there is in Samarkand that isn't Registan Square. So that is the Amir Temur Mosque that he had built while he was the ruler of Samarkand, Uzbekistan, Central Asia. The trouble is, a lot of the places are either closed for some reason, or you need a ticket, but I can't figure out where you buy the ticket from, because the ticket booths are all shut. So seeing them from the outside is the only way I'm able to see a lot of these places, it seems, which is a shame. It might be because it's low season, it's February when I'm filming this, so maybe they only open in summer when they get a lot of tourists. I don't know. So there are loads of narrow side streets with little shops. So this is the Shah-e-Zinda mausoleum complex, just on the outskirts of the old bit of Samarkand. It was built between the 11th and the 15th and 19th centuries, so as late as the 19th century, and it means the living king. It's connected to a legend that Qutham ibn Abbas, a cousin of Prophet Muhammad, was buried here. He came to Samarkand with the Arab invasion in the 7th century to preach Islam, and according to a legend, he was decapitated during prayer here, picked up his own severed head, walked to a deep well known as the Garden of Paradise, and that's where his body and spirit lies today. On the other side of the mausoleum complex is a cemetery for the elites of Samarkand over the centuries, and it overlooks the historic bazaar and Registan Square.
Fine, because it's just like my phone is full of this already in the day one. Joy, bye. See, this is carrot. He was right. It's not potato. I have never seen a yellow carrot.
I have no idea what that is.
I'm pretty sure you'll find apricot somewhere. It's really good. India. How much is one?
15,000. 1 cup. 15.
Can you make it
Where
10,000?
from? Do you speak English? Where from?
10,000.
UK.
10,000. Jira.
Can you put
You
one
can
more
no
power?
see? Mixed chai. India. Molten tea mix.
What is this?
What is this tea? Chai.
No, what is this one?
Chai.
But what is the white one?
What? No, it is chai mix. Gorne mix. Mountain tea.
So this might be the oldest Quran in the world. It might not be. So that's the problem with Samarkand. It's very touristy, but there's no information things anywhere. You're just expected to know everything when you come here.
Water. Water. Very strong. Silk pepper. Decor pepper. Silk pepper after boiling.
7 days.
Yes. After boiling, press. Alisher, press नहीं कर सकते?
Basically, they boil the thing and then they dry it and then they press it.
Press.
So this after this you boil it in the water.
Boiling.
7 days.
Yes. Boiling. After
So
boiling.
7
press.
days it will be in water.
Yes.
Okay.
What? Boil.
Okay.
Press.
Yeah.
I'll say processing.
Yeah, sure. You're fine?
Yeah.
Paper. Press.
Okay. So the stem of mulberry tree.
It's the sticks, yeah.
Sticks of mulberry tree. This is interesting, no? I get very excited when it comes to these things.
Press. Press.
With weight, okay.
Polish. Polish. Shell. Corner horn. Samarkandский paper. Обычный paper. Assalamu alaikum. Выходной билет. Ticket.
I think it's better to take a photo of this. And the
And there we have it. This is Registan Square from the viewing platform right in front of the square. It costs apparently 100,000 som to get in through the entrance, but some people are just sneaking in. So it's up to you, depends how you want to play this. So that guy is Islam Karimov. He was president of Uzbekistan after the collapse of the Soviet Union for about 30 odd years. People are coming here taking photos and crying. He's from Samarkand, so he's a local boy, but he also had an interesting history. He was known for oppression. Let's say oppression. I don't want to turn this into a politics video, but he was known for being not always the nicest guy to his own people, and He created the modern Uzbek political system and the state that we see today, but he is revered by a lot of the population. I didn't want to film them, and there are a lot of police, armed police around here, so I also need to be careful what I'm filming. So that was Samarkand. I did pretty much everything you could do, and even squeezed in a meal in about 6 or 7 hours. I don't think you need more than a day here in Samarkand unless you're wanting to do a day trip to Shahrebaz or over to Tajikistan to see the Seven Sisters Lakes, which you can do on a day trip for about £60. All transport, food and everything included from Samarkand. But I've got another day here. I don't know what I'm going to do. I've done literally everything. We were brought here by a screensaver helpfully put on my screen by Apple. We've seen the exact spot at Registan Square where the photograph was taken, albeit the cloudy skies when I went, and it was earlier in the day. But that's pretty much Samarkand in one video. What else is there to do here? Have I missed anything? Please let me know. Give this video a like as well. What I've decided to do is, after my second day here tomorrow, which I might film another video, I might not, it just depends if there's anything else to do. I have decided to take a train somewhere else in Uzbekistan. That will be a separate video, and then there'll be more videos to come from wherever I end up on said train in Uzbekistan. But there's one last thing I want to show you here in Samarkand, and it's a must not miss attraction. Again, linked to Registan Square. That's at night time when it's dark though. I will see you then, but until then, I've got about 3 hours till then. I really need a power nap because I am exhausted. I haven't slept for about 48 hours at this point. Right on cue. And then, yeah, the video will end once I filmed that. And this outside of my window is part of the rush hour traffic here in Samarkand.
Samarkand, eski yol yani zaman. Samarkand, Samarkand, hiç kaçonu dolman.
So I spoke to YouTube and they said you would also like these cool videos from my channel. So please also check these ones out.
Шепот молитв, Registan Samarkand, Samarkand.